I am a god, you dull creature.
Yes, it might seem absurd when we think about a giant green Hulk leaping across buildings and causing mayhem in his path. Yes, an average Joe would die of exposure to intense gamma radiation if exposed directly to it. But despite the real-world limitations, there are very much real-life Hulks that prove you don't have to rip your pants during transformation, and being green is not part of the resume requirement to become the Hulk. Grab your popcorn, because here are the top 10 real-life Hulks you don't want to mess with.
Puny god.
Romario dos Santos Alves.
I trained for 4 years without taking anything. No drugs, steroids, nothing.
Romario dos Santos Alves is a Brazilian bodybuilder who wanted to bulk up, starting at the age of 15. Due to lack of seeing any results, Romario started depending on injections filled with mineral oil to achieve the exaggerated, bulked-up features of the character Hulk. He pumped mineral oil in his body to such an extent that he ended up getting 20-inch arms, along with being addicted to the oil for 9 months straight. Romario aspired to be big and wanted people to give him respect, which is why he started injecting himself with it. As he started seeing results, which he wanted, he became more addicted to it. With high volumes of the oil going in him, in time, Romario started seeing abnormal changes in his body. He started feeling sick and got breathing problems as his energy levels dropped.
I almost died!
In his abnormal transformation endeavors, his wife Marisangela Marino got worried for her husband's health and gave him an ultimatum that she would leave him if he didn't stop. On the news of his wife's pregnancy, Romario decided to turn a new leaf and go drug-free, as he considered his wife and child more important than being the real-life Hulk.
So sad.
Now is the time to smash just like the Hulk. Smash that subscribe button and smash that bell to be a part of our notification squad. The Iranian Hulk.
Working out is my life.
Sajjad Garibi is a 24-year-old Iranian weightlifter. The big guy has taken up the title of the Iranian Hulk. Looking at his physique, it's no surprise why. He's also known as the Persian Hercules.
I am Hercules!
Standing at 6'1", Garibi has an imposing physique and can lift up to 400 pounds. The 350-pound man has a huge following on social media, as everyone is in awe by his impressive physique. There is no stopping him.
What a load of crap. Every word is true.
With a lot of attention also comes along skepticism, and some people have suspected his photographs to be doctored. That is still debatable. Garibi has strong aspirations to join wrestling, and in one of his social media posts, he has warned famous WWE wrestler Triple H that he is coming soon. The guys on the arena better watch out. The man has a lot of self-confidence, and his massive arms could sure throw a good punch or two. While some of us hit the gym to look good for the next Instagram photo, the Iranian Hulk has made it a mission to become the biggest and best possible version, and the next time if we see the man doing signature moves in the WWE ring, we sure hope that he goes easy on his opponents.
Oh, Hercules, Hercules, Hercules.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
The most satisfying feeling you can get in the gym is the pump.
We all know about this Austrian-American actor and his Hollywood popularity. Starring in action movies like True Lies, Terminator, Conan the Barbarian, The Predator, to name a few, Arnie has come a long way since his professional bodybuilding days. You walk in a gym and can see the man's pictures of his prime decorating the walls, flexing his biceps. He has been the persona in the bodybuilding business that everyone looks up to. Arnold's story is a true rags-to-riches kind, and he has become an iconic image when you think of big action movie stars and bodybuilding. He's synonymous with both mediums. Lifting weights since the age of 15 and going on to win the Mr. Universe title at the age of 20, Arnold has been skilled in whatever he does, especially during his time working on every muscle of his body. His attention to aesthetics in bodybuilding has been important for other bodybuilders and people in general.
One ugly
who want to look and feel good or compete. Many exercise programs are blueprints of his regime. Lifting heavy weights like a piece of cake,
Put that cookie down! Now!
Arnold made good use of his physique later on when it came to being a badass cyborg in the Terminator series or an alien butt-kicking soldier in The Predator. Arnie actually auditioned for the 1970s Incredible Hulk show, but was turned down for actor Lou Ferrigno. Never fear, Arnie, because in our eyes, you are the real-life Hulk one surely shouldn't mess with.
Stick around.
Strongman Brian Shaw.
Thank Thank God his pants stayed on.
The American professional strongman Brian Shaw proudly sits in this list of real-life Hulks. The winner of 2011, 2013, 2015, and 2016 World's Strongest Man competitions, he is a sight to behold. Standing proud at 6'8", Brian isn't green, but he sure is mean when you look at his size and the amount of weights he lifts as if they were jelly. He's known for being the first to win the World's Strongest Man and the Arnold Strongman Classic competition in the same year, in 2011 and 2015, holding many strength records under his belt like the 820-pound squat and the 880-pound deadlift. His strength is as much unrivaled as his diet that is required to maintain it. During trips to the grocery store, he shells out about $622, and the food lasts him approximately 5 days. This also includes 14 kilograms of meat for himself, and that doesn't even occupy a lot of space on his shopping list. His 12,000-calorie diet consists of cereal, eggs, peanut butter, ground beef, breadsticks, and pasta, to name a few. And Brian indulges in 7 meals a day to fulfill his diet goals. The day in the life of a strongman is never easy, and you see that in a number of video series of the athlete, showing off his intense training that goes into him preparing for the competitions and being at peak perfection to take on anyone who crosses his path.
Smash you.
She didn't smash anything. I won that fight.
I smashed you.
Yeah, sure.
The Asian Hulk.
He is very powerful and useful.
Yeah, Banner's powerful and useful too.
Is he though?
Looking at pictures of Hwang Chul-sun, one would imagine him to be buffed since he was in diapers. But what's in common between him and Hulk's alter ego Bruce Banner? You guessed right, he was skinny and a victim of bullying.
Oh, am I?
Taking matters into his hands and running on the road towards immense physical transformation, he got what he wanted. Weighing in at 220 pounds at 5'9", Sun became bigger and meaner like we all see him today. He's also known as the Korean Conan, Asian Aesthetics, and the Seoul Swole, but we can also coin him as the Asian Hulk. He is an example of someone facing his fears of bullying and using that to alter his body into pure muscle, which required his dedication of 12 years. The guy doesn't just show off his physique, but he has also taken part in many fitness and bodybuilding competitions. Sun has taken up first place in the 2012 Muscle Mania World Championship and the 2014 Muscle Mania Universe. Like many others in the bodybuilding business, he adheres to a high-protein diet and other supplements, along with fruits and vegetables. Even though he has been suspected of taking steroids, Sun denies it and is sticking to his guns. Looks like he won't be ditching his Hulk mode avatar anytime soon.
Oh, please. You couldn't even change into Bill Bixby.
The Great Khali.
Oh, another right hand! Oh, what a chop!
Dilip Singh Rana, also known by his stage name The Great Khali, is a force to be reckoned with. Coming from a small town in India, the 7-foot-tall Hulk has made a name for himself in the WWE world. He's the first Indian wrestler to enter the WWE ring in 2006, and looking at his built and rough physical exterior, he is one intimidating guy. Before entering the wrestling arena and smashing people's heads with his bare hands,
I think he did it on purpose.
No, he didn't.
the Giant was involved in a bodybuilding career. The wrestler suffers from gigantism, a condition under which the pituitary gland produces more growth hormone, leading to unstoppable growth. Because of Khali's unique physical prowess, a fellow Indian bodybuilder recognized his talents, and thus he used the opportunity to take part in domestic and regional level competitions. With a swap in career choices, he joined WWE, and with that, he became a popular face in the wrestling sport, defeating the likes of WWE superstars like The Undertaker, John Cena, Kane, and Shawn Michaels. The Giant from the East has proven time and again that he is not to be messed with. We'll take him for his word and kindly oblige him by staying away, especially during his angry moments.
This is just ridiculous!
The English Hulk. Edward Hall Strongman is an English professional lifter. Similar to Brian Shaw, this guy is another beast that teaches us that we don't have to subject ourselves to freak accidents in order to take the mantle of the next real-life Hulk. He has officially taken the crown of Britain's strongest man title. Looking at Eddie, it's easy to jump to thinking that aggression and a lot of testosterone are flowing through his body. But in person, Hall is a gentle giant. Following a strict routine and feeding himself copious amounts of food, serving himself 10,000 calories a day, he uses uses that fuel to train hard and hone his body for the purpose of being the strongman. With the nature of the tournaments, Hull mentions how strongmen have to shake up their training as well and tailor it to every event. It is never constant. The man gives credit to strength in the strongman competitions, but he emphasizes a lot more on technique itself. This mean green machine has a lot of aspirations and wants to try other things like Olympic weightlifting.
Baby arms.
What?
Baby. Moron.
Compared to other strongmen, Hull wants to reach a point where he is considered a role model in a sense that children get inspired to follow their dreams, especially when others deem them as impossible.
I remember saying to my mum and dad, I'm going to be the world's strongest man one day.
Becca Swanson.
Hi, my name is Becca Swanson from BeccaSwanson.com, strongest female powerlifter ever.
Who says being the Marvel gamma-radiated green Goliath is restricted to men? Becca Swanson is the real-life She-Hulk, the cousin of Bruce Banner, who got an emergency blood transfusion from the scientist, which explains her transformation. Swanson is an American powerlifter who has set many records. She's the only woman to squat 854 pounds, bench press 600 pounds, and deadlift 683 pounds. She's so good at her game that many of her feats are unrivaled. She was operating in the late 90s and the early 2000s, and she has an impressive resume of bodybuilding, professional wrestling, powerlifting, and strong woman competitions. With a height of 5'10" and weighing no less than 242 pounds, and added to that Swanson's strength and muscles mixed in together, she is the She-Hulk one would never cross.
How's this hot stuff?
Her physical prowess and ability to remain unmatched in various competitive events clearly makes her the winner in the strong woman category. She defines what it truly means when it comes to girl power, and she sure means business.
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry!
Big Hands Denis Cyplenkov.
Hey, big guy. Sun's getting real low.
If you picture Hulk as someone who smashes whatever he comes across with his massive hands, then Denis Cyplenkov is the perfect contender to replace the green fighting machine. The Ukrainian-born arm wrestling champion happens to have big hands and knows what to do with them. He has taken part in many competitions and won as well, like the Nemiroff World Cup in 2010 and 2011. Along with that, he also has several Russian arm wrestling championship titles. Known for the biggest biceps, 64 centimeter circumference, and ginormous hands, 24 centimeters, one could easily imagine Cyplenkov creating sonic blasts like the Hulk.
Hey, big guy. The sun's getting real low.
When you compare his hands to normal people, everything is dwarfed next to him. It's no wonder that many have fallen to dust in arm wrestling events when they are competing against Cyplenkov. He has gotten attention by many thanks to his abnormally large hands.
That's how it feels!
I'm just a huge fan of the sport.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. You all might be wondering why the Brahma Bull has taken a spot on this list. When you look at Dwayne Johnson and his irresistible, charismatic demeanor, you simply just can't ignore the guy. His bulging biceps and toned physique are a sight to behold, and he is no less than the Hulk. We all know Johnson as The Rock, his stage name during his career in WWE as a pro wrestler in the 1990s and 2000s. We have seen the man do his signature moves, and his wrestling entrance theme has been ingrained in our minds. We've been exposed to many of his Hollywood ventures and reality shows. His infectious personality has gone with him a long way since his wrestling days, and like the Green Giant, he is unstoppable. Did you know his family was in the wrestling world before Johnson stepped in the ring? He carried forward the lineage by taking part in wrestling, and the rest, like everyone knows, became history. The Rock takes part in mind-boggling meal plans and workouts, which only makes sense because they apply to him. The range of products in association with him have proven super successful. The Bull just doesn't know how to stop. And because of his relentless passion to reach higher goals, his net worth tag of $220 million as of 2018 comes as a no-brainer. We're all waiting for that imminent call from Nick Fury to make sure Dwayne Johnson is part of the Avengers. He can sure knock Thanos senseless and not turn into dust in the process. Stick around and click on one of our other great videos. But before you do, be sure to hit that subscribe button and slam that notification bell to be a part of the Babble Tap crew.